What's up guys? Today I wanted to express and try and teach you guys about like a growth mindset, something that's gonna help you get through challenges, life, difficult situations, just pretty much everything in general. Because without a growth mindset, you're gonna be stagnant, you're not gonna improve, really nothing's gonna get much better, right? I know it sounds like something out of a motivational seminar, but just stick with me here, you're really gonna get some value out of this video. I wouldn't share something with you if I didn't think it would help you grow to be a better man. Alright, so first up, what is a growth mindset? A growth mindset is believing that your abilities and your intelligence can grow from effort, learning, and persistence. Now the opposite end of the spectrum is a fixed mindset. And a fixed mindset is as simple as this. It's either you believe you're smart or you're not smart. You're talented or you're not talented, and that's that. There's no believing you can grow, there's no believing you can get better, and it's like the idea if you have two left feet, you'll never be able to dance. And that's not how it works. Even if you had two left feet, you could dance. If you learned and put in the effort and just stuck with it for more than everyone else is willing to. A really good way of looking at the growth mindset is kind of comparing it to a video game, which I know a lot of guys play. And think about it. Any single player game, you start at level 1, you have these basic move sets or basic skills that you have to deal with in the beginning of the game. And the more experience you get, the further you get into the game, the more you can upgrade your skills, upgrade your health and stuff like that, and that leads you to becoming a very strong and well-rounded character, correct? I think so, and you know so. So why would we not take this analogy and put it in real life? Because life is kind of like a game. You can have any of your talents, any of your skills, any of your like physical characteristics, you can level up and make yourself more well-rounded, look better, feel better, more smart. It's literally just about believing that you can and that knowing it'll take some time. The problem with this generation now is that we all believe that instant gratification is the best way to live life, and it's not. People get so transfixed on their phones, on easy tasks, because it gives them a little bit of happiness when they really don't gain anything from it. Usually, they end up worse off than they were before. But if you, instead of just like, I'll use the game analysis again. Instead of killing a low level bandit with your basic skills, you'll get low level loot, right? But if you level up, get some strength, health, some more moves unlocked, and you freaking destroy a dragon that is like super high level, why would you settle for the little bandit loot when you could be getting rich murdering dragons, right? This is analogy. There's no dragons in real life. Unfortunately, we can't murder dragons in real life because they don't exist. But the point still stands. Why would you sit on your phone all day scrolling, doom scrolling, to get, just a little bit of happiness when you could be building a physique, working your social skills, talking to girls, and that leads to a happy family, a happy life, a good income, stuff like that. That's like the legendary loot compared to just the bottom of the barrel happiness, right? We want to come at life like it's a game because it really is. It's just a leaderboard of people wanting to be the best person possible, and all the people at the bottom of the leaderboard are the people that are okay with all the trash loot and not putting in the effort because they just got bored of the game and they are tired of trying, even though they didn't try in the first place. It's just really hard to. Alright, let's just continue forward. Let's continue forward. How do we actually use this growth mindset? So, someone with a fixed mindset who's about to try and hike up a mountain is standing at the bottom of the mountain and they go, well, I can't climb up that whole mountain, it's too tall, there's no way I get all the way up there, right? The person with the growth mindset is gonna be like, all right, let's just get over this little hill, because if I can get over this little hill, I know I can get over the next hill, and then the next hill. It's about breaking it up into smaller bite sizes so you can handle the load that you're about to carry, right? You wouldn't try to murder a dragon if you just started the game. You're gonna die. Like, you would kill the bandit, and then you would kill the level 2 bandit, and then maybe you'd move up to like a guard. There's levels to this. You have to start take bite sizes. You can't just go to the gym, like the same thing. You can't go to the gym first day ever in there and just expect yourself to bench 200 pounds. Unless you're a behemoth of a man and it's different. We're talking about 18-year-olds, like 16, 22-year-olds, right? You're not gonna walk in and bench 200 pounds your very first bench ever, because you didn't ever put in the work to try and build that muscle. Like, there's no muscle there to push that up. So you gotta start with the bar and slowly work your way up until eventually you can push that weight up. It's the same thing. Start instead of, there's no way I can bench 200 pounds, so there's no way I'll ever go in the gym. That's such a stupid way of looking at things. You go in the gym, you go, I can start with the bar, and I can do the bar until eventually I can put on 10 pounds. And then I do 10 pounds until eventually I put on 25 pounds. And then 35 pounds, 45, and then eventually 200. You're at 200 easy. So much easier than just going, well, I can't do it, so I'm just not gonna ever try. That's a depressing way to live. It's not the right way to live, all right? Moving on, let's talk about mistakes. So mistakes are terrifying to people nowadays. They're seen as these big, ugly, horrible, embarrassing things that serve no purpose. But they're literally part of your journey. They're times where you can learn, times where you can evaluate yourself, and they're important. Mistakes are just fuel for growth. You mess up, all right, what can I do better? What can I change to make it better? It's like driving down a road and you make a wrong turn, and you might accidentally find a faster route, or you find this beautiful view that you've never seen before. Is it really that much of a mistake now? Right? There's no lose there. It's learning. That's what you need to be doing with these mistakes. Instead of feeling bad that you made them in the first place, like, okay, what can I do to change to make this work for my benefit? Mistakes are just a way of life handing you a free lesson that you don't even have to pay for. The problem is when you don't look at the mistake and evaluate it and make it into something you can learn from. The problem 99% of the time with every human is that they're not willing to make mistakes, so they're not willing to learn how to correct these and become a better person, right? Which is the most important thing, becoming better and using the mistake as fuel to grow rather than just using it and viewing it as a way of being embarrassed and of appearing as a failure, which that's not how it works. With a growth mindset, you realize effort isn't something you put in if you're good at it. Effort is something that makes you good. In the bowl, you put talent, opportunity, and motivation. But without any effort, the bowl's not going to stir itself. It's not going to magically make this perfect cake. No, you need the effort to stir it, to put it in the oven, and for it to cook, to sit and wait for it to cook in order to get that cake. Instead of saying, like, I want you to use this word now, every day. Instead of saying, I can't do this, I can't play the guitar, I can't lift those weights, say, I can't play the guitar yet. I can't lift those weights yet. Because eventually you will be able to, if you put in the effort to just stick with it, and you will eventually be able to learn or get the strength in order to achieve what you want. And that's the growth mindset. It's like, even if you can't do it yet, you are gonna have the persistence and confidence and effort to keep going after it every day, because that's what everyone else is missing. That's why everyone else isn't achieving anything. First of all, challenge yourself. Do things that kind of stretch out your confidence, like out of your comfort zone. You've heard this all the time, that people do this. And do things that just feel slightly out of reach, because living on the edge is what's gonna help you propel you faster than everyone else, because no one else is living out of their comfort zone. They're so far deep into their comfort zone that they are unaware of the possibilities and what their life could be if they actually try. And then the second thing is learning from others. Watch how people handle their challenges, whether it's someone in your life or on YouTube. View these people and see how they worked around these problems to better improve themselves. Okay? It's like, they started somewhere too, and you can admire and look at these people and analyzing them so you can do better yourself too. And the last thing is just celebrating the small wins. Because getting through a workout you didn't think you would be able to do, or talking to a girl you didn't think you had the confidence to talk to, celebrate that, man. That's a step. You should be appreciative that you went out of your comfort zone in the first place to talk to that girl, to do that hard workout. I'm proud of you for that, and I will be. And you will be too. Celebrate those, dude. It's gonna benefit you so greatly. But at the end of the day, man, a growth mindset is just being open to learning and knowing that the fact that you're a work in progress and you still have a lot to do, and you always will. You're never gonna be perfect. You're always gonna have something you can do to improve. So why not do it? Why sit, scroll, and not be who you should be, and going after and doing these things that everyone else is doing, even though they're at the bottom of the leaderboard already? You want to be the top 10% of men, then act like it. Adopt a growth mindset, start leveling up, and you'll be so appreciative of yourself. Don't forget to subscribe. I love you guys. Mwah!